What's going on, everybody? It's AquaLeaderJesse back again with another Death Battle reaction, and today we are reacting to Stitch versus Rocket Raccoon. This was also recommended by Mashed Potatoes and Shower over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/AquaLeaderJesse, where you can submit videos that you would like me to react to live on stream for free in the chat. And it'll always be uploaded here afterwards as well. Don't you worry. Let's get right into it. I'm going to preface this by saying I'm rooting for Stitch. I'm only fresh on the Stitch, like the original movie lore. I own the second one. I own one of the other like straight to DVD Stitch movies, and I've seen some of the Stitch animated series, but I haven't seen it since I was a kid, so I don't remember a lot. I remember there was Leroy and Stitch. I know I've seen that, and then there's the girl one. I forgot the name of. I know it, but I can't remember it right now because my wife's a big Disney fan and she remembers. She could tell me. But I know they exist, but I don't know much else outside of that. I don't see Angel. Thank you, Angel. And so I don't see how he could compare to Rocket for the most part right now. And I know he's dangerous, but I'm sure the video is going to explain that to me. I'm sure there's stuff I'm missing out on from memory, especially from the TV show and everything. I also have not seen the live action movie and don't really care to, but the Stitch animated series is amazing. I remember enjoying it. I remember enjoying it when I was a kid. I just haven't watched it since. Um, Hopefully, I'd like to have kids sometime in the somewhat near future, so hopefully I can rewatch it whenever they're watching it for the first, whenever I eventually have kids. But enough prefacing. Let's get right into this. It's sponsored by. Wait, what?
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp and Mint Mobile.
Oh, both of them. Well, not too happy about the BetterHelp part, but. Alright, this is Rooster Teeth era. Okay.
Stitch, Disney's Extraordinary Experiment 626.
Rocket, Marvel's murderous mercenary mustelid. Those are like weasels and ferrets and raccoons. You know, because he's a...
Just because you're cute and fluffy doesn't mean you aren't the deadliest thing in the universe.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. In the distant reaches of outer space, the mad scientist Jumbo Jukiba was accused of illegal genetic experimentation.
He took the galaxy's most fearsome, most dangerous, most absolutely purely black-hearted evil creatures and smushed them all together.
A great man with a vision, persecuted by spineless know-nothing bureaucrats.
The result? Experiment 626, though you can just call him Stitch.
He did not!
I think I'm gonna be sick. Oh, so naughty. After being slated for termination.
Okay, experiment number 626, height 3 feet even. It's taller than I thought he'd be. I only thought of him as like a couple, like 2 feet tall. Well, actually, I guess 3 feet's about right. I'm guessing 3 feet properly. Age 18 years old, made of galaxy's fiercest creatures, knows molecular physics, former captain of the Galactic Armada. Crossed over with Kim Possible, Jake Long, the Proud Family, and Recess. He crossed over with those? And I guess that shouldn't be too shocking. He did a lot of like crossover promotional material back in the day. He likes coconut cake and coffee. Again, I'm a big fan of the original movie. That's all I remember of him, though, pretty much. So,
Stitch escapes to a distant planet, Earth. Oh wait, Earth.
Crash landing in the Hawaiian island of Kauai.
Aha, I got the reference.
There he'd be adopted by the Earth girl Lilo and went incognito.
Those were crossovers in the show. Oh, so like in the Stitch animated series they had crossovers with them? Or like did they cross over in theirs? I don't know. That's cool. I watched all those shows when I was a kid. I just don't remember the crossover event, I guess. But Lilo and Stitch is literally one of my favorite Disney movies. Definitely in my top 10, maybe even top 5. Oh, probably not quite top 5, but top 10.
The ugliest dog ever.
And despite his horrific upbringing, Stitch found he had a softer side.
Also, I am a defender of the Stitch's Great Escape attraction at Disney World that used to be there. Kim Possible is the best one. Yeah, that's... Well, I don't know about the crossovers. Like, Kim Possible was my favorite of the shows that they listed.
Love of Elvis and a kinship with Lilo, a devil child who
R.I.P. By the way, time of recording, it's still pretty fresh. R.I.P.
Didn't fit in, just like him. It wasn't long before Stitch was ready to do anything to protect his new Ohana from the alien threats coming to get him.
And let me tell you, as a fellow mad scientist, Jumbo really outdid himself here. I've been meaning to dig deeper into Stitch's piecemeal alien biology for years. First of all, his fluffy exterior is entirely...
He had a tragic death, Leo's voice actress. Yeah, I know she died way too young. I don't know what happened, though. At least I don't remember. Do we know what happened? Chevy Chase. Now she's also in The Ring, which I love that movie. She's also in Spirited Away, which I love that movie too. Chris Charlotte TV in The Ring, voices Lilo and Stitch. I haven't seen Big Love. That's from sepsis after suffering from meningitis in a Los Angeles hospital. He's only 35. Man. That's very unfortunate. She retired from acting in 2015. She's the greatest. She loved cats. She worked with cat rescues with us. She was married to herself, Brian, her friend and manager of 15 years. Noting that Chase would often retreat to her home in Las Vegas for years at a time and turn down big studio films to do independent projects. She's not very Hollywood. She'd rather eat at Bob's Big Boy and go home with the cats. She loved acting, but wasn't into the fame scene. Chase, who kept homes in Nevada and downtown Los Angeles, started acting in Las Vegas around age 4, doing voiceover work at theater. She landed her first TV role in Hollywood at age 7, booking a small part in the popular Melissa Joan Hart-led American sitcom Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Okay, I'm not going to go through all of it, but oh, she was in Donnie Darko as well. That is very unfortunate. But okay, so I'll go through. Yeah, very tragic. Rest in peace.
Barely bulletproof.
Malnutrition, sepsis, AIDS, and drug use all contributed. Well, I hadn't read those last two parts, but I also didn't read the whole article.
Fireproof and nearly impenetrable.
Oh, this comes with a catch. His molecular structure is so dense, he can't swim. Sucks he landed in Hawaii of all places.
Stitch can crawl on walls, hear a whisper from miles away, and scream so loud he'll blow you to kingdom come.
He's got supervision, including night vision, x-ray vision, infrared vision, and zooming. He's bulletproof, fireproof, has a supercomputer brain, wall crawling, super hearing, super spit, sonic scream, alien form, and power cell. I know about the spit. I guess I did know his scream alien form. I don't know what that means. Interesting. I didn't know he was bulletproof. Weird. Wall crawling, yeah, knew that.
He's strong enough to lift 3,000 times his own body weight and can spin dash so fast he'll burst into flames.
His eyesight is also incredible. He's got...
That's when he grows 2 extra arms. Oh, okay. I didn't know that had like a name. I thought he just like I thought they were just like retractable arms.
And infrared vision, and can even zoom in hundreds of times over.
Even better, he can hawk loogies like a friggin' machine gun. His spit is conductive enough to short-circuit electronics, stick objects together like glue, and even dissolve solid rock. Oh, and he's somehow a genius too. The dude knows molecular physics and can build entire mech suits and spaceships out of junk in seconds.
You wouldn't think it from his... everything, but Stitch is a genius with a brain comparable to a supercomputer. The world's most powerful supercomputer right now is Hewlett-Packard's Frontier, which can make 1 quintillion calculations a second.
Comparing Stitch to Frontier is frankly a massive lowball.
See, Stitch was programmed to have Jumba's own intelligence.
Jumbo Stitch's intelligence is larger than some galaxies in the season 2 episode of Lilo and Stitch TV series Spike Experiment 319.
And Jumbo's IQ has been compared to that of an entire galaxy combined.
I have conducted my own genetic analysis to determine Stitch's alien progenitors. His DNA includes traces of the manglioid of Meridian 4, the goo goblin booger beast, the people-eating pus monkey, the deadly disemboweler, the boiling tongue-oid, and the bottom-feeding scum sucker.
Is this like actually canon, or did they just kind of make that up?
Sounds like your ex-wife. Am I right?
No, Wiz, what the hell? That's such a messed up thing to say about her.
I know he mentions an ex-wife a lot. Like it's that's kind of funny.
Be better.
That's actually canon. Okay, I just wanted to make sure before they just kind of like ran with that. If that ended up contributing to the battle.
I'm so disappointed in you.
You can make those jokes when you start paying the alimony.
Well, Stitch's incredible buffet of alien DNA is supported by a power cell embedded in his body, fueled by the energy of 2 colliding planets. Huh? Colliding planets! Are you coming back? No?
You.
Okay.
He's got a
Well, he's got a plasma blaster that has different ammo types, including plasma, glue, laser, rocket, net, grapple, and anti-heat foam. A very specific type of foam. Well, I guess he probably uses it to block like fire or something at some point. Jetpack, freeze ray, grenades, seismotronic 200. Does that make him like grow giant or something? Laser shield, underwater suit.
jetpack, freeze ray, grenades, and a seismotronic 200.
I've been rooting for Stitch
Make
this whole time.
sandwiches
So.
gigantic. Oh, and shrink enemies. That's cool too.
Stitch was a one-fluff army, and he proved it when everyone from the Galactic Federation to the dastardly Dr. Hamsterville came to pick a fight with him.
Including all of Jumba's experiments. Yeah, 626 isn't just some random number. There are hundreds of these little bastards running around. More trouble-making cousins to add to his growing ohana.
Though he had to pacify many of them first, like Slushy, who can create a snowstorm that covered all of Kauai.
Or Richter, who can split the Earth in half and shatter planet-busting asteroids.
And Jumba stated that Stitch was the most destructive, unstoppable monster the universe has ever seen.
Jumbo has stated multiple times that Stitch is his strongest and greatest experiment. This not only includes Holio, but Experiment 607, which Jumbo states could destroy the universe by collapsing it onto itself. It's from Lilo and Stitch TV series episode Rufus. Is that like is that one of the crossover episodes? Called Rufus.
Even more dangerous than Holio,
Impossible,
who can
maybe?
create a black hole large enough to consume the entire universe.
Speaking of black holes, in the anime, yes, there's a Lilo and Stitch anime.
Anime is a spin-off and continuation of the original series and was officially dubbed for Disney Channel. Rufus is the Kim Possible episode. I called it. Hey, let's go. Does he interact with Rufus a lot? That makes sense.
Stitch once piloted a ship carrying a supernova bomb strong enough to wipe out a galaxy and flew it into a black hole. It and the black hole both exploded on top of him, and he popped out no worse for the wear. You know, like you do.
Another time, he piloted a ship to a different black hole in less than 2 minutes. It's unclear.
Strongest of Jumbo Jukuba's experiments helped to find a home for 624 other experiments. 1 million degree black belt. What? I assume there's some sort of explanation there at some point. Built a mech suit in 5 seconds, threw a giant laser into space, survived being inside 2 black holes, saved the universe numerous times, and defeated Gontu, Hamsterville, Leroy, Delia, Dark End, and most of his cousins. Dark End? That's a sick one. They mistake Rufus for one of Jumbo's experiments. Oh, that sounds great.
Exactly how far this was, but the average distance between stars is about 5 light years.
That means his ship would have had to have been flying at over 1 million times the speed of light.
And when he's filled with love for his ohana, the power cell inside Stitch surges incalculably. He used this to defeat Dark End, an experiment explicitly made to be stronger than Stitch, who had just defeated 4 Stitch clones on his own.
And Stitch completely annihilated him. He knocked Dark End into outer space so hard he dislodged a city-sized space station. You know, like you do.
He's even managed to worm his way into completely different Disney properties.
Oh God, we
I didn't
don't
know
have
this.
another Deadpool on our hands, do we?
With Stitch around, Lilo, Nani, and the inhabitants of Earth couldn't be safer.
Surf's up for everyone's favorite blue fuzzball of death.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
It can actually
You need active. It's easy to accept things the way they are without p.com/deathbattle.
somewhere in the Black Mountain Hills of Dakota, there was a young boy named Rocket Raccoon.
Definitely comics Rocket.
Rocky. That's the Beatles song he's named after.
Well, I have wasted a lot of time on some very specific research.
In fact, it's just Rocket. Despite his startling resemblance to the resourceful dumpster diving mammal, Rocket originates from the alien planet Half-World, which served as an asylum for the criminally insane ruled over by alien humanoids.
AKA Ranger Rocket, subject 88213, height approximately 4 feet. Again, taller than that's definitely taller than I expected. Weight approximately 100 pounds? Is this including clothes or something? That's way more than I'd expect him to weigh. A member of the Guardians of the Galaxy, species half-worlder / mutate, not a raccoon. Likes Groot, stealing body parts, and McDonald's. Dislikes Earth, Spider-Man, guitar, and porn. Is there a story there? Has dated many alien girls who now want to kill him.
Along with many of Half-World's cutesy inhabitants, Rocket was subjected to cybergenetic modifications by his overlords.
All with the purpose of being Half-World's warden, Ranger Rocket.
Rocket's mutations make him smarter, stronger, faster, and tougher than your average garbage goblin.
His cybernetic skeleton is connected to artificial vertebrae and neural implants, allowing him to dodge gunfire and laser beams, survive an explosion the size of a city block,
Rocket's superhuman enhancement should put him beyond peak humans like Daredevil and Cyclops, who can both react within a nanosecond. Really?
and keep up with supervillains like Kraven and Venom.
Alongside pals Lila the Otter and Walrus the... Yeah, Rocket battled the mercenary Blackjack O'Hare and killer clowns and saved the day time and time again. I bet you're wondering what the hell this has to do with Guardians of the Galaxy.
In a convoluted editorial effort to reboot his character, Rocket left Half-World to become a mercenary and had his memories suppressed. After a betrayal by his otter lover, a different one, he has a thing for otters, Rocket was sent to jail. Space jail.
And prison changes a man. Gunn was the Saturday morning cartoon character of yore. He was a felon, cynical and hardened by the criminal justice system. The space criminal justice system.
Rocket suffered not only from his penal servitude, but the trauma of his brutal genetic modifications, and a lingering sense of alienation. It was in this personal hell where he'd meet a bunch of a-holes who would soon be his new teammates. Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, and of course, his best pal Groot.
And together they were the Guardians of the Galaxy, defending the free peoples of the cosmos from all manner of alien menace. For a price, of course. Though unlike some of the powerhouses on his team, Rocket's raccoon body is...
I told you he's not a raccoon. He was created on Half-World and is the last of an entire race of raccoon-like aliens. He just happens to look like an Earth raccoon.
Don't lecture me on raccoons, Wiz. I'm an expert. Been fighting the bastards for years. Did you know their tiny little bandit masks are for reducing glare to enhance night vision? They can hear noises as quiet as earthworms digging underground. And about 2/3 of the sensory perception part of their cerebral cortex is devoted to their tactile impulses. That's why they grab shit with their tiny little hands.
All perfectly suited to a nimble, stealthy glass cannon like Rocket.
Yeah, 'cause he's a raccoon.
As I was saying, Rocket became the team's resident grease monkey.
Enhanced physicality and senses, enhanced intellect, sharp teeth and claws. Skills include tactics, demolitions, marksmanship, engineering and mechanics, hacking and programming, infiltration and theft, martial arts, acrobatics, and medicine.
Specializing in all things technology and engineering. And fittingly, his specialty in combat is firearms.
Yep, that sounds like
I mean,
my
yeah.
Wiz. Rockets built giant mechs, cobbled together random junk for an improvised flamethrower.
In Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 from 2023, MCU Rocket species and origin are handled significantly differently than in the comics. Our analysis is focusing primarily on the original source material.
And casually slapped together a bomb strong enough to destroy a moon.
I have read a little bit of Guardians of the Galaxy comics before the first movie was a thing, but only like the first handful of issues of a series. I don't remember I couldn't tell you which one it was. Pick whatever the most recent like Guardians of the Galaxy comic series was before the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie came out. It was probably that one, if I had to guess. I couldn't tell you.
Oh, and he's got every kind of hand cannon imaginable.
Love the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I've seen the first two. I've sort of fallen off of the MCU. I haven't seen an MCU movie in years. I got so burnt out on it. But the original Guardians of the Galaxy especially, I think, is a great movie. The second one I also thought was pretty good, but I preferred the first one. I heard the third one was pretty good, but I never saw it. I was just kind of tired of them. But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy is really, really good. In the entire MCU. I had at one point, I was a die-hard MCU person. Up through a little after Endgame, and with all the TV shows they're putting out, and I was trying to watch everything. There was just so much stuff coming out. I got burnt out on, unfortunately.
Pistols, machine guns, miniguns, rifles, rocket launchers, plasma guns, laser guns, and my favorite, the melon popper, where melon means head and pop means kabam.
That melon belonged to a Super Skrull, one of the deadliest warriors in the Marvel Universe. With the combined abilities of the Fantastic Four, including the Thing, who survived a blast from the power cosmic that could split a planet in two.
It fell off a cliff after Endgame. Yeah, that's kind of why it stopped. Like, there was so much stuff coming out, and I cared about so little of it. Unfortunately. Yeah. Like, Spider-Man No Way Home hooked me. I was interested in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness before it came out. Ended up not being as good as I hoped, but I did enjoy some parts of it. But outside of that, a lot of them just were not hitting for me anymore, and I just, got burnt out.
Yeah, Rocket's weapons are crazy, like the Rampart armed phasic cannon, which utilizes cold fusion and could melt the face off the Mad Titan himself, Thanos.
Various firearms of immense power, including pistols, shotguns, rifles, miniguns, laser and plasma guns, rocket and grenade launchers, Rampart arms phasic cannon, flamethrower, electricity guns, sonic guns, and vehicles such as Rocket Raccoon, jetpack, transforming motorcycle, and Gundam suit. Holy shit. He's also got bombs, swords and knives, rocket-propelled hammer, energy barrier projector, Azalian, or Azalian, I almost said azelaic acid, Azalian acid capsules, timely incorporated shipment processing and analysis device, PIM particle canister, antimatter charges, orbital weapon stash, basically anything he can get his hands on. So did he, like, just steal a PIM particle canister? What did he need that for?
Same Thanos who is strong enough to survive a supermassive black hole 4 light years across, and came out with only light scratches.
The very same Purple Shrek who's battled.
Though Thanos was weakened, he could still survive a blast from the Cosmic Cube and overpower Drax. Rocket states Thanos' full strength is necessary to withstand the weapon, implying that anything less would be insufficient.
Universe busters and beyond, like Thor, Hulk, and Odin. If Thanos can walk through attacks from a dude who can shake the multiverse, and Rocket's guns can hurt him, I'm gonna need one of those puppies under my pillow ASAP.
And similar weaponry to what Rockets use can operate down to the picosecond, which is 1/trillionth of a second.
He can access all of these goodies at any time from his orbital stash, a remote-controlled satellite.
Even outside of phasic cannon, Rocket has consistent access to weapons that can harm high-tier Marvel characters like Hulk, Drax, Groot, Maxillian the Accuser, Angela, and more.
That'll deliver anything he wants, lickety-split.
Rocket can zoom through the sky on his rocket skates.
Blew up a moon, one-shot one of the progenitors, threatened to kill Thanos multiple times. Threatening to kill him isn't exactly an achievement. I could threaten to kill Thanos. That doesn't mean that I would stand a chance. Regularly destroys Groot's body, blew off a Super Skrull's head, fought an entire planet's population, harmed Gardener, an Elder of the Universe, outsmarted Star Thief and Kraver the Hunter, defeated Blackjack O'Hare, Amalia, Maxillan, and Dormammu.
Project force fields, teleport with a portable AI, melt
I've
through
come to
solid
bargain.
metal with acid, and even hack foreign technology.
Anything from a prison to a planet to an entire galactic empire. Rocket's the most dangerous not raccoon who's totally a raccoon in the whole universe.
And he's proven it with the Guardians. He's saved Earth at least 11 times, cured Ego the Living Planet of a lice infestation, and held his own.
I've saved this planet 11 times. 11. You'd think one of you idiots would recognize me. Which idiot are you, by the way? I'm Spider-Man. Boom, murdered you, and you, and you, and you. You get the point. You're all murdered.
Against an entire world trying to kill him all at once.
He even devised a plan that ultimately stopped Dormammu, the Lord of the friggin' Dark Dimension. No wonder Star-Lord called Rocket the greatest tactical mind he's ever met, even if sometimes he has a tendency to run in guns blazing.
Though he'd always be a wisecracking son of a bitch, his time with the
Monopolize.
Guardians softened his edges. He learned to enjoy life again, and even made it back to Half-World to send that bastard Blackjack O'Hare packing.
And even though he clearly is one, whatever you do, don't call him a raccoon, because there's nowhere in the galaxy to hide from this gun-toting mother flarker.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Mint Mobile.
It's no .com/deathbattle.
Okay, I'm rooting for Stitch here. Come on, Stitch.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
I also started the Guardians of the Galaxy game once, but I didn't make it very far.
You smashed my ship.
This is more what I'm used to these games looking like, or these videos.
What did you say about my mother?
Oof.
You disgust me.
Okay, Stitch is doing pretty good right now. Not anymore. A wine roller coaster ride. Dun, 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 dun.
That's it. Gonna need a bigger gun. Come to Papa. I guess you could call this my Thanos Buster. It's hunting season now, Buzzball. Huh? You gotta be kidding me. Mother.
Is that it? Am I 4 for 4?
Double
Go, I'm 4 for
KO!
4.
You know, brutally murdering Ice Cream Guy wasn't necessary, Wiz, but I felt it was an artful touch.
Though similar in many ways, Stitch and Rocket's fighting styles were polar opposites.
Stitch was more than strong enough to tear Rocket apart physically.
That ice cream guy never wins. Yeah, no, I feel so bad for that guy. He's going through it, man. He can't get a win anywhere. MCU Rocket survived 1/4 of the Power Stone's energy, over 4 Yada tons of TNT. 616 Rocket has never shown such durability, and it wouldn't be enough to withstand Stitch's attacks regardless.
Well, Rocket's guns were powerful enough to kill people even stronger than Stitch, so
Stitch, the reason I was really pulling for him and I thought he had a chance is his survivability just seems to be off the charts.
the question was simple. If both of them only needed one hit to win, who would get the killing blow first?
It all came down to speed. Rocket has dodge lasers, and his guns could operate down to the picosecond.
Given the distance involved in the picosecond feed, Rocket's weaponry would be in the ballpark of 2,666 times faster than light. But we've shown that Stitch is 1,000,000 times the speed of light.
1/1,000,000th of a
Or
second.
his ship is, rather. Doesn't count.
But Stitch's supercomputer brain could operate down to the quintillionth of a second, 1,000,000 times faster, at minimum.
And his ability to pilot that ship at over 1,000,000 times the speed of light meant that he more than had the reaction speed to dodge anything Rocket threw at him.
Right.
Stitch was stronger, faster, more durable, has more experience adapting to foes, no exploitable weaknesses, and is likely smarter, though he can't withstand Rocket's weaponry. He seemed to be able to. It took a lot to be able to even, pierce him. But Rocket had greater firepower as well as larger and more versatile arsenal. However, he was physically outmatched, more reliant on equipment, and a lot more reckless. Weird to think of somebody being more reckless than Stitch, but
Rocket's tactical brilliance meant he could keep Stitch at bay with tricks for a while, but he couldn't reliably seal the deal. Despite being a little blue goblin, Stitch usually stays level-headed in a fight, whereas Rocket can be way more impulsive.
And frankly,
yeah,
Stitch
I guess
is
that does
probably
make
even
sense.
smarter considering he has the combined IQ of an entire galaxy.
One slip up from Rocket is all Stitch would need to end the fight.
Rocket's arsenal was absolutely bonkers to be sure, but Stitch's superior speed, physical strength, and unbelievable intelligence gave him the win.
Looks like this Rocket's blasting off again!
The winner is... What's going on? What's going on?
Oh, there's a turkey here too! Where's he gonna leave the turkey behind?
The winner is Stitch.
Cowabunga, dude. Big 10 and whatever, surfing, right? Sorry, that's just what I think of when I think of Lilo and Stitch. Anyway, that was a pretty good one. I enjoyed that one. I'm 4 for 4 on my predictions for Death Battle, or on my, at least on who I root for Death Battle. My pick for Death Battle, who I want to win, has won all 4 times that we've done these so far. So with that being said, thank you everybody so much for watching. Make sure you follow me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/AquaLeaderJesse, where all my videos are recorded first, but those will be uploaded here afterwards. Don't you worry. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.